What I would like to suggest is a new deal for the 21st century. I think it is within our reach to have a bottoms-up approach when it comes to climate change. All the top-down approaches we have failed on. It is for adaptation or mitigation. You know that for emerging markets alone, the annual commitments have to be above $100 billion. And we fail year after year in meeting these targets. So the question is, what do we do instead? Are we going to wait for a cataclysm to reach our Randstad in Holland or New York's Long Island? We had the first sign with your Hurricane Sandy, but it has to start beforehand. And that's why I think we can speak of a bold alliance that I refer to as the New Deal for the 21st century, which is capturing climate as the leading indicator by which our investment and our sustainability efforts can be guided. What does it mean? It is an alliance, it's already taking place. It is uniting consumers, it is uniting civil society organizations, like for example, World Wildlife Fund working closely on deforestation issues, on sustainability issues with the likes of Tesco, Unilever and the like. So as to not think of the environment as a precious resource and having a positive contribution to climate, reducing greenhouse gases effects. And one of the major initiatives that are actually at stake, that are working, that are part of this bold alliance of civil society and multinational corporations, hence the consumer, are being spearheaded by entities such as the Consumer Goods Forum, by the International Supply Chain Summit, which work basically to reduce the impact of commercial activities on the environment. If you take one aspect, for example, it's garment manufacturing. We have at IFC large programs working on water efficiency, energy efficiency in Bangladesh and India, so as to reduce effluents, to minimize the impact of dyeing and the use of water on very limited eco-resources. And then there is another aspect, you know, in this broad alliance, we also would like to bring the corporate world from financial institutions inclusive. And another aspect of that is the work we are doing with financial institutions in East Africa to promote the climate agenda, to make climate projects eminently workable or a good asset class for banks. And what we do that is teaching capacity building with banks, that's one aspect, but also another aspect is risk sharing, to make sure that we put our money where our mouth is, that is basically encouraging banks, and we take 50% of a portfolio risk, because we would help entrepreneurs, and that's again the link with civil society, with entrepreneurs, the small scale dimension, in creating bankable projects. That is taking part of the risk, instructing the bank, teaching the banks about some of the technologies in climate change or in climate-friendly technologies. So that's one aspect. I think we can have a difference at the ground level. That is, again, the bottoms-up approach, which I think can be eminently successful, because if you take supply chain, you have an immense capillarity. Think about how complex supply chains are. You can reach up to the small-scale producers and integrate them into an eco-friendly approach to the economy and to the management of resource. So I do think the power is ours, and the New Deal of the 21st century also means broad-scale empowerment. That's true global citizenship.